Hello everyone, welcome to J Crochet. I'm Reggie, and today I'm here to teach on to you the method of assigned pulling. Now, this is a method that is very common in the knitting world. It is currently also very popular, and I'm sure that if you are a knitter or if you follow knitting channels or knitting blogs, knitting Facebook groups, then you've probably already seen different projects made in the assigned pulling method. But I'm here today to show you how to integrate the same method into your crochet project and how to do crochet assigned pulling. Now, we have to begin by explaining what assigned pulling actually is. So as a crocheter, maybe you're familiar with the term plant pulling. So in plant pulling, we use the color changes in the yarn and manipulate it to create a pattern that we want. In assigned pulling, what we do is we assign a certain stitch or texture to the colors in the yarn and essentially follow the flow of the color in the yarn to design our project. So what we actually do is we change the stitch or the texture as the colors in our variegated yarns change. And what it creates is projects where different textures and different stitches change, not in symmetrical way or a designed or something that you can design ahead. It's sort of random. It could maybe chaotic. I will show you some examples so that you will be able to get a feel of what exactly that means. So here, for example, I have for you a shawl. This is a triangular shawl, very simple pattern triangular shawl made in assigned pulling. Now, as you can see, the shawl itself is a regular triangle shawl in double crochets. And every time I had a splash of color in my yarn, I did a puff stitch instead of double crochet. And so what it creates is this random appearance of puff stitches all through the shawl and gives it a very interesting look. This shawl was creating using this yarn. It is Yarn B Authentic Hand Dyed. And as you can see, it is a yarn that is mainly this white creamish color, and it has some splashes of color on a part of it. The method of plant pulling works best with yarns that are about a third of the yarn is a different color than the rest. But of course, you can also do this method with any variegated yarn. As I've said, the point is that you assign a certain stitch or a certain texture to a certain color in the yarn. So if you have a striping yarn, something that has long stripes of different colors, you can assign a different stitch to each color, and as the colors in the yarn change, you change your stitches, and that's how you create your random texture design. So it doesn't have to be hand-dyed yarn, and it doesn't have to look like this, but this is just one example. I also wanted to show you some examples to yarns that will work best with assigned pulling. This is the yarn I showed you before, Yarn B Authentic Hand Dyed, and as you can see, it is very clearly about 2/3 white and a third rainbow colors. I also have this colorway from the same yarn, and here it has what we can sort of call 3 color groups. So you have this clear red, this clear yellow, and then you have a part that is yellow, black, and red. So I think that this yarn will also make good yarn for assigned pulling, as you have 3 different color options where the changes are relatively short. About a third of the yarn is in a different color every time. And so you can either assign a different stitch to just one of the colors and then work regular stitch over the others, and then every time the one color that you chose pops up, it will have a different texture. Or you can assign a different stitch to each different color in the yarn. And then essentially what your project will be is an assortment of different stitches randomly, or at least it will look randomly, scattered toward along your project. This is another hank that I have. This is another hand-dyed hank. And here you can once again see 3 different colors. There's this green, the dark gray, and the light gray. So here you can see that there's a short section in the dark gray, and then there's a very long section in green, and then there's another very short section in the light gray. So with this yarn, for example, I would do something like simple stitches, single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, anything like that, for the green sections. And then every time we come to one of the gray sections, I will assign a different kind of stitch to them. And then every time one of the grays appear in my project, it will have a different texture or different stitch which will pop up. So that is the idea behind assigned pooling. Now, I have partnered up with my friend Catherine from Cat's Eye Catchers, and in the coming weeks we are going to release different tutorials for patterns using the method of assigned pooling. So if you are intrigued and you want to give that method a try, then keep an eye out on both channels. I will link her channel in the description box below, and keep an eye out for those tutorials. They will be coming out on both channels over the next 2 weeks for you to learn, to try, and to crochet the assigned pooling method, because I think it's a lot of fun, and why should knitters be the only ones having it? Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and check out my channel for a lot more crochet and yarn related content. I will see you next time. Bye!